Coming up in this video, I take HIKMICRO's brand new Stellar 3.0 SQ50L out in tricky conditions to a tremendous night on the Foxes with Sir Swear-a-lot. We even get to use what is possibly the best thermal spotter you've ever seen for foxing. This is foxing kit at its very best, and this is Team Foxer. Good result to start though. Well, hey guys, and thank you very much for tuning in. This of course is a foxing video. Slight difference though, we are updating and using some of the very latest kit just released. HIKMICRO have launched the Stellar 3.0. This is the SQ50L with an all new party piece, a built-in laser rangefinder into the bell of the scope, keeping an ultra sleek design, and ballistic calculator in a lighter version than possibly what was already the best thermal rifle scope on the market. So you're actually going to see this in use in the field. It's all well and good looking at glossy promo videos that show a wild boar at 20 yards. What you guys really want to know is, does this stuff work in the field when you're shooting foxes 150 to 200 yards? And we'll be looking at that tonight, along with the Habrok Pros. Now that's quite a bold thing for me that I'm about to say, but I genuinely think this is possibly the best thing I've held in my hands when I've been out foxing. It's phenomenal, and again in this video you'll see why. So you'll see that in action as well. I'm of course using the Icotec Nomad Plus. It's a fairly new caller to me, but I'll also in this video tell you a little bit about the calls I'm using. And I've had some great success just lately as we approach the end of the harvest. And then I think it's also giving well worth giving a shout out to the Recon sticks here, the CT3 HDs that I got from Scott Country. Had them about a year and a half. Lots of people have asked me, are you still using them and so on, and you'll see them in the videos. I've put them in plenty of videos before now, and I think it's well worth mentioning that they are still as tight as the day that I got them. Everything still works, and they've been properly tested. They've been wet, they've been in the back of the truck, they've fallen over, you know, when I've accidentally kicked them over and stuff. They've been dirty and dusty, and they're still performing just like the day I got them. Super smooth action and really stable. I do not go foxing without them. So with all this exciting kit, let's get on with some foxing action. Now that the birds are in the pens and the fields have been cut, this can draw the attention of would-be pen raiders in the form of foxes. The first night out with the new kit would certainly prove a big test as the mist rolled in off the coast at the end of a warm day. The first possible sighting wasn't these deer, but a cat. Now, lesser spotters could have you believe it was a fox, so I popped out the hatch of the Landy to confirm it using the new Habroks, which with its detailed thermal image could clearly see it was a cat, and with its optical channel you could even confirm it was a black cat and that it was exactly 140 yards away. Not even properly onto the first farm now, and I spot a fox through a narrow gap in the trees as it first disappeared into the potato crop, but with a couple of blasts of the mouth call and lip squeak, it was the Stellar's first chance to prove itself. A light tap on the truck to let Steve know it's coming in, and job's a good one. Well, we didn't have much of a gap there, as I saw that fox disappear into the crop, which is just over here, and we come round the corner, top of the farm, down a track to get in, and this one, it was in the crop, heading towards the cover. It's over there, you can see his eyes, in the field, and, well, it came out absolutely textbook style. So, and Steve had only said to me yesterday, there's a fox here, this particular drive we call Somerset, and yeah, he said there's a fox at Somerset, we need to get it. So out we come. To be fair, we haven't even got onto the farm properly yet, and here we are. Bloody brilliant. What a result. Smash that one a bit. Little dog. Young'un. One of this year's, I should think. Anyway, partridge killer down. Out the tates there, cover's over there. It was heading towards the cover, so yep, great result. One down tonight. Out of the shade, and with the wind having picked up a little bit, the mist blew through somewhat. I then spot two foxes together, only one field away from where we'd just seen that one. I couldn't quite ping these to get an exact range, but the tree behind them is over 500 yards away. So we position ourselves in the next field over, and with it being stubble, I play the rodent distress on the HIKMICRO caller. That's a muntjac in the dike to my left, and all of a sudden this fox must have been laid in a tractor wheeling as it stands up and makes a beeline for the call. It's straight over to the scope for fox number 2. I was fairly sure that I'd seen that other fox over by the hedge, so I continued to call. But 5 minutes later, and with no luck, I changed the call to a fox fight one. I thought that if another fox thinks there's a scrap going on, it might want to come and at least take a look, maybe even join in. And the plan works, and again, using the Habroks to track its progress and confirm the distance, you can see that there's still some moisture in the air lingering here with the optical channel, but there's certainly no mistaking the eye shine. I've missed that, being full thermal this past few years. There's no need to rush the shot here. You can tell that the fox is quite relaxed. However, it then decided to go over the other side of the dike. Now, this is a slight problem, as on the very left of shot, then you may be able to see that there is an actual stable, and there are 2 horses in that paddock. We came past those to get into this field, so I need to take it before it gets past that first tree. Luckily for me, it stops. Didn't want to let it get too far because them horses are there. What I definitely didn't expect, and certainly neither did Steve, was a third fox in the field. It must have been coming into that same call, and while my attention was so focused on the fox that went over the dike, this one had actually come in unbeknown to myself and Steve. So I changed the caller again, this time just to a standard lip squeak, and again we got a good reaction, though again it was still quite cautious, but there has been a couple of big bangs. And you can see here again, using the Habroks, this fox at 200 yards, still very easy to see and confirm it is indeed a fox. Okay, so if we didn't expect number 3 from that same spot, and to now already be on 4 foxes for the evening, we most definitely did not expect to be seeing another one. This time right at the end of the hedge, and this time it thought better of it. I genuinely thought that this one wouldn't turn. However, utilising the power of sex and the sound projection from the HIKMICRO Nomad, I let one of my go-to calls rip, changed it up, and watched the result, as this fox has a change of heart. I decide to let play fox mating call. This normally works a little later in the year, but this time it pulled this fox in from quite a long way back. Sorry, I've got a little bit ahead of myself there. That is actually the fox fight that I tried first off. But what you could see there is that the fox is definitely thinking about it. It sat on that dike brink. It was then that I changed it to the fox mating call, and it was then that the fox decided to come in. As you can see, I flicked over to the Stella because to begin with it started charging in, but then it played it really cautiously, and we spent several minutes checking the distance, and the fox coming a little bit, staying out there, coming in a little bit more, and then staying out there, before finally it would come into range. One could be mistaken for thinking that hare stretching out in the next field over was actually a fox, and I'm having certainly a good look round now, given the amount that we've just seen in this one particular field, as we patiently wait for our Charlie to get within range. Still being new to me at this point, I'm having a good play around with the different colour pallets. A simple press of the silent right hand button furthest away from you can cycle through them. But I must say I'm a big fan of the optical channel, especially when you can see the laser rangefinder's laser. And absolutely love the field of view that you get from the 2.5 times base mag, and that is exactly what I want from a spotter, to be able to swiftly scan a large area and pick out the target. Bloody hell. Well, that one took the longest time to come in, and wouldn't you know it, I went and missed it. Honestly don't know how or what happened there, because to me it felt good and the crosshair was perfectly on it. Could have been a flyer, who knows. Anyway, let's go and collect up what we've got. Well, we've just had a little look around to see if we could find or catch up with the fourth fox of the evening, or fourth in this field, sorry, that I missed. Bloody hell. But we did get 3 out of the 4, so that's a pretty good result, because we only saw those 2 on the previous field to this. So we're now just going to have a collect up, so we can add into the tally the sexes and ages, although it's, I think, fairly obvious these are all going to be from the same litter from earlier this year, I think. So let's see what we've got. No, I'd say it's got to be more out that way. Somewhere. Just some details. Ah, another dog. Oh. One should be just over this drain here somewhere. Ah, yeah, right here. Didn't want to let it get too far up the dog, because these horses in the paddock. Jesus, these flies. Christ. Steve was right. Vixen, oh mate. Gotta get rid of this. Despite me now being in a bit of a mood, I absolutely hate missing, as Rick and Steve will tell you. I go very quiet. Steve's having a great time, so I'll let him have a look through the spotter. How far can you see?
Fucking miles.
Clear?
Yeah. Hell. How frightening, isn't they?
pretty clear, aren't they?
Aye. Jesus.
Yeah, he's going straight to hell with that amount of blasphemy.
Hey, my ass is up there, so I could see somebody having a whittle out there, I think.
As we get back in the Land Rover, we have a fox, this time at 190 yards, so it's time to redeem myself. Fox down on Gedney. Number 6 came in the form of a dog that did not want to stop, so I calculated a moving shot on him at about 160 yards, though it did require a follow-up. Yeah, got him on the move. Yeah. Once again, an extremely productive first outing for all the new kit. Number 7 was a far easier shot and a lot closer. I saw it coming from a long way back, but where we were parked it would have made it very difficult to get, so I quickly got out on the recon sticks and took this lad at just 43 yards. By now, we'd been foxing for a little over 4 hours and shot 4 foxes. We'd done plenty of scanning and looking with both scope and spotter, and you can see that the scope has only lost 1 battery cell. And the spotter, which has an all-new battery pack, had been on a lot and was still pretty full. It wouldn't actually be until nearly 1 AM and another 2 foxes that it started to show 50%, so I was suitably impressed with that. This next fox would be the last of the evening's session, certainly a bumper haul, and I've just got to wait for it to clear the house in the background before taking the shot. But I can confidently say that I found my new best favourite foxing combo. The spotter is very much everything you would need in one device. We'll be taking a closer look at the Habrok and the Stellar scope in the coming weeks, and if you've got any questions then please feel free to pop them in the comments below or email me. Again, email is in the video description. For now though, I'll leave you with these other foxes that I've had since having the new SQ50. Thank you very much for watching. Take care, stay safe, and as always, happy shooting.